Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to my craft room. Let's put my pencil away before I stab myself with it. Glad to Mullet here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And tonight is Thursday Thoughts Live Stamping, which means that I've thought all week about what I can share with you today. Well, maybe all of last week, because I tend to be ahead of the game. I'm not a last minute Lucy by any stretch of the imagination, because that just gives me heartburn or something. I can't function. I can't function like that. Okay, so hello, oh, look at everybody. Okay, I'm just putting a comment in my Facebook page. Remember, I'm live on StreamYard in my private group, which means that StreamYard won't show me your name unless you give it permission. So if you haven't already given it permission, so I see Wendy, who have I got? I got Wendy and Carmen and Valerie. Oh, and Facebook user, is that Marcia or Dimity? One or the other. Marcia, hello, Marcia. Good Lord, it's not. There's Kathy. It's not showing me the comments over there. Oh my. Okay, Facebook's not playing nice tonight. I can't go back and read previous ones. So if you haven't already given StreamYard permission to show me your name, please click on that link and give it permission, because otherwise I don't know who you are, because there's like at least 3 Facebook users over there. Hello, Sharon. Okay. Yes, Kathy and Marcia, you're definitely, I'm not seeing your names, but Facebook is also not letting me see all the comments. I tell you, every time I go live, they do something different. Okay, so I thought I've got a card for you tonight. That's a fun fold, and it uses the Two-Tone Flora. Say that 3 times real fast. Bundle. And I thought we would start out. I'm going to show you some cards too, but I want to start out with something fun that I thought would be kind of cool to do. No, whoever that is that told me I should be able to see their name. No, Marcia. Oh, I can't see your name, Marcia. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, so hi. Let's do something fun tonight. Look at what you're wearing and tell me one Stampin' Up! Color you're wearing. I have Tahitian Tide on because I like blue and black together. Yes, Norma, I can see your name. Yay. Okay, so if I'm live on Monday night in my public group, then I can see everybody's name on StreamYard. On Thursday nights, when I'm live in my private group, StreamYard won't let me see the names unless you give me permission. Oh, look at all the colors coming in. We got basic gray, very vanilla, night of navy, gorgeous gray, more night of navy. Oh, that's fun. I just thought we'd do that just for fun. And while you're doing that, let's flip over. Here's the card that we're going to be making tonight. I'm not going to show you the inside just yet, because let's hold that. I want to show you the other cards first. But Two-Tone Flora. Oh, I quote unquote had to get it, because each month the hostess of my monthly club gets input into which stamp set, bundle, or suite they would like to see me use. So they give me 3 options, and then I look at them and decide, because I kind of know my club ladies and what they're going to like. So I decide which one, and it has to be versatile, because not everybody gets the bundle, right? So it either has to have lots and lots of die cuts that we can make cards without stamping, just put a sentiment on, or it has to be versatile so that whatever image we stamp, people that live far away and can't come and pre-stamp with me can use whatever they have at home. Oh, we have a Sweet Sorbet, Garden Green, more Night of Navy. Yay. So my hostess for March wanted Two-Tone Flora. Well, who am I to say no? Because I wanted that one anyways. And you can make the card without having the Two-Tone Flora bundle on all of my March club cards, because just use whatever stamp set you have. So I thought I'd show you some cards I got in the mail the past week. This is a swap card from Lisa Henderson, one of my Silver sisters, and it's the Taco Fiesta bundle from the mini catalog. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Love it. I like doing swaps because I get card samples for bundles and stamp sets that I don't have. This was another one. This one is by Maxine Finch. Oh, I love this. Of course, you guys all know this is my favorite bundle suite from the mini catalog. And this is, what's this called? Some kind of a double Z fold or something. I can't remember the name of it. But isn't it gorgeous? And then she did what I usually do. She popped up the, oh no, she didn't. I was going to say she popped that up on dimensional, but look, you open it up and it has one of the flat pearls in there. Love it. Okay. Then I'll save that one for last. This one I got from Diane. Yep, Diane Hutchinson, another Silver sister. And this one uses, hang on, Petal Park bundle. I didn't get this one. I got some dies. And I haven't even used them. I got the dies for it, the Sentimental Park dies. I haven't used them yet. So there's that. And it opens up, it's like a gift card holder. Then it has a little, or a pocket card, either one. Then it has a little card on the inside that you can pull out and do your writing on. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then, oh, my friend Shanna, she did it to me. She did it. Are you ready for this one that Shanna sent me? It's a frog from On the Pond stamp set. Look at the tongue. Oh, wow, makes me shiver just thinking about it. It's a cute card, though. And then she says, you know, I had to. Oh, my God. Yes, Valerie, you did use those dies on the wedding card. I remember that. Okay. Hello, Facebook user. There. Okay. Awesome. Don't forget, tell me what color you're wearing. I'd love to hear. Okay. Enough talking. Me and my basic black and Tahitian Tide. This card we're going to do tonight. Now, this is called a double card fun fold because you open it up. Nope, still can't see your name, but that's okay. Just carry on with life. And then this is on the inside. And then it has a little card on the inside of the inside. Isn't that fun? I thought it was something a little bit different. So we're going to make one tonight. Now, I gave you the recipe for it. If you don't have it, then you can look up yesterday's post. And the one thing about this bundle is you need a lot of blocks. Okay, Two-Tone Flora stamp set. There's no sentiments in this one. It's all images. And the Two-Tone Flora dies. Now this is the one, can't get them out. Hang on. This is the one that has the big background die in it. Now, oh, maybe there it is. I was going to say I did do one. Turn this out. I'm trying to find something dark that I can put this on so you can see there. Gorgeous. Now, there has been scuttlebutt that this die is difficult to use. It's not. If you get one that's difficult to use, then you need to get a hold of your demonstrator which could be me or could be you or could be anybody, or Stampin' Up! And tell them, because mine cut absolutely perfectly. I have no problems with mine. I'm not using that part of the dies tonight, so I'm just going to put that back in. But I am using these. The sentiment, the little tiny happy birthday, comes from On the Ocean. This is the stamp set that is my class for March. So look for that. The advertising will come out soon. I don't remember when I have it scheduled for, or even if I have it. So 4 cards using On the Ocean. I like it because it doesn't detract from the gorgeousness of that floral. It's just something little teeny tiny. Then I use the framed florets dies, this one, and the scallop contour dies, this one. And I just realized I didn't get my machine. And then I'm going to finish it off with some adhesive backed milky dots. I'm just getting my machine. Hang on. There we go. There's a lot of die cutting tonight. Hey, Marcia, I see your name. Yay. I don't know what you did, but hallelujah, I can see your name. Okay, these milky dots are my favorite well, next to the flat pearls, because, you know, they're flat pearls and they belong to the ocean. These ones run a fast second. So we're going to finish it off with that. Lots of stamping that needs to be done, lots of die cutting. And there's lots of cardstock in here too. Now, if you want the recipe, you ready? I will give you the recipe. Got a pen, pencil? I will give you a couple of minutes. I'll just do some die cutting while you get a pencil and a paper, and then I will give you the measurements. So this is a piece of delicate desert designer paper, and that's for the inside. So I made it so that I could die cut this out of the center and then use this part as the frame and put the foldy card part on the inside. Cool, eh? So you have to make sure that this is relatively straight. And we'll just run that through the machine. Good. Well, hopefully next week you'll still be able to watch or to see your name, Marcia. I don't know. Facebook is Facebook, and there is nothing we can do about it. You just got to go with the flow. Okay, so there's that die cut. Careful I don't rip it. This is gorgeous paper. I love the subtle color palette of it and the ripply. So we've cut that. Now, this is the inside card that we're going to put on there. Oh, look, I've already die cut the oval. How smart am I? Then I have a piece that is, okay, are you ready for me to start with the, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think I cut my piece too small. It's not going to fit. Not going to fit. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got to get some more white. And then I will give you the recipe. Oh, the recipe. I'm going to have to change the size for this one, though, because apparently I didn't get that right. Okay, so I'm going to need a piece that is, let's do 3.5 by 5. Oh, 3. Okay, ready. Card base. Card base, 8.5 by 5.5, thick. Basic white, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. It does, Valerie, and they update all the time. Then the mini card, oh, there it is, that I'm going to use is 4 3/4 by 7, and it is scored at 3.5 and folded in half. Okay, then so that's this, and there's nothing in here except stamping. So then I need a piece of basic white that is 3.5 by 5. Yeah, see, I don't even have it on there. 3.5 by 5 for the scalloped rectangle. I'm just gonna put that on my machine. And then have a piece that was 3 by 4 to cut out the oval. And then 3.5 by, okay, what did I do when I cut this? Holy Aunt Jemima. Just a bunch for stamping. So 3 by 4, 3 by 4, a couple of them for all of the pieces that we have to stamp. Then for the sentiment, I just have 1/2 inch by 2.5 because I'm using something really small. This designer paper, delicate dessert. Why do I keep wanting to say delicate dessert? It's not. It's delicate desert designer paper, 5 1/4 by 4, and then cut the scalloped rectangle out of the center of that. Then this is a piece of Sun Prints designer paper, and it's 2 by 4, and it's going to go down here on the bottom. Then I have another piece of Sun Prints designer paper that is 1/2 inch, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4, but I left it long so I can go right from one side to the other side. And I think that's it. Okay, so let me get that stitch rectangle cut out. And then the ink that I'm going to use. So the ink that we will be using is Night of Navy, Soft Seafoam, and Calypso Coral. Okay, there's the one for the front. Put that die away, and I don't need this die because I already cut that. So we'll put that away. All right, so all of this I'll put away, and we're going to do some stamping. Now, this stamp set is a 2-step stamper, which means that you have one piece that's going to give you the dark areas, and then you have and that's the detailed one. And then you have a full one that's going to give you the light in behind. Now, to do that, you have to stamp it off first. So I did get a piece of stamping paper out. See, I've been playing with purples. Put that over there. And I need one of each of those flowers, and then I need 2 big leaves and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little leaves. Okay, got it. Got it. Get out my Calypso Coral. We'll do the first one. And these stamps are really super easy to line up too, because if you see the center of the flower, each one is different. So you can't get them mixed up because the detail part matches the full one. And if you don't pay any attention to anything else, just pay attention to the centers, it will line up every single time. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so ink up the detailed one and stamp it full strength. And then I'm going to ink up the full stamp, nice and inky, stamp it off, and then you line it up. So you hover over top of your stamped image about, there we are. You hover about a 1/16 of an inch above your stamped image. And when you get that center lined up, then you just push down. And it works every single time. Okay, where did I put this? Now, I do want to show you the difference between stamping off that second level and leaving it full strength. So this one, I'm not going to stamp it off before I stamp over top of it so that you can see the difference between the two. There we go. So you definitely still get the detail of the two because the full one has texture in it. You just get a lot darker image, and which is fine if that's what you're going for. But for this one, I wanted something a little bit more subtle. Okay, now I'm going to get my Night of Navy and do one of the other flowers. So this one, I call this one the one with the happy face. So this one it has stamens. That's the stamen flower. This one is called Wiggly because it has a wiggly thing to line up. And this one I called the happy face. I know it looks like a sad face, but if you turn it upside down, it's a happy face. So when you hear me talk about that, that's what I mean. It is pretty. And I am so glad I got this bundle because I really enjoy playing with it. So I'm going to do Night of Navy next. I'm going to do the same thing. Stamp in dark. Then ink up the background. Stamp it off. Line it up. Now this one's a lot easier to line up. Not that the other one's not easier. It's just a little bit more fussy. Look at that. Look at that. It is perfect every single time. Let me tell you. Okay, now we need 5. I can get rid of this now because I don't need that. I get my soft sea foam. And I need 5 of these, which means you're going to have to sit through 5 die cuts because I didn't do them ahead of time. Oh, my soft sea foam is running out. Eek. I'm going to have to re-ink that soon. Okay, so I did 3 of them on there. And I'll do 2 more on here. So did everybody have a good day? I never asked you. Did you have a good day? It was cold here and wintry, but I got so much done in my craft room today. I'm happy with how productive I was. I got my December books are done. My year-end books are done. I just have to wait now for the rest of our T4s and stuff to come in. Oh, good, Carmen. Oh, Carmen. Guess who has a birthday tomorrow? Guess who in our group has a birthday tomorrow? I'm not going to say who, but her name may start with a C. And she just commented. So happy birthday, Carmen. I confess I did not get your birthday card in the mail to you. So I need to bring it up to you at some point tomorrow. So I will message you and we'll make arrangements for me to drop it off for you. I know knowing you'll probably be off doing lunch and having all sorts of fun things happen. Yes, happy birthday, Carmen. Thanks, Kathy. Okay, so now I'm going to die cut these. These all lined up. Oh, and I heard from a couple of our friends in the past couple of days. Some of you may remember Carolyn Garland. She hasn't been around for a couple of years as she's dealing with some stuff, but she gets in touch with me every once in a while, lets me know how she's doing, and she is getting better health-wise. So she's hoping that she's on the uphill slide now, which is awesome. It was lovely to hear from her. She said to say hi to everybody. And I also talked to Connie, who is dealing with some family stuff. And a lot of you wanted to wish her, send her your thoughts and prayers. So I told her that. And unfortunately, we can't send cards to her right now because she's not home. And she does not know when she will be home. So she said, thank you very much. Just hold off on the cards for now till she figures out what's going on and what her life is going to look like afterwards. But she wanted to make sure I said hello and thank you for all the thoughts and prayers. And I cannot give you details because I would never do that without permission. And I did not ask because it is none of my business to share with you guys. So just keep her in your thoughts and prayers for a while. She's fine. It's a family member that she's dealing with. So yes, Carmen has a birthday. Carmen's going to be 23. 23, Carmen. Yay. I'm just saying she's the same age as I am. 23. Oh, I love these. I love this stamp set so much. There we go. Okay, now I'll run those leaves through. Are you having a week of birthdays? That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess you can do that when you have a huge family like that. Everybody wants to spend time with you. So you have to stretch it all out because, like, why put it all in one day when you can have a week of birthdays? Okay. Sorry, I should have done some of these die cuts before, and I didn't. So we'll just chat. Just have a chit chat. Oh, you are so much older than me, Carmen. Not by much. Not by much. And that was made perfectly clear to me when the other day we finally decided on our train tickets for England. So I went online and I ordered our bit rail tickets. And I had to put my real birthday in there. Eek. That was sobering thought. Tell ya. Because apparently when you're a senior, you get a discounted rate over there. Yes, please. I will admit my real name if I can get a discount. But it never occurs to me when I go into a store to ask for senior's rate because I don't see myself as a senior. Oh, I don't know, Carmen. My age is closer than you think to you. So funny, not so funny story for Tuesday. Oh my God. Talk about stressful. So Tuesday morning, we decided on the railway tickets. So I went online and I booked the 3 flex day e-pass for the railway. So it was a goodly sum. And we were getting ready to go to Nanaimo. Hubby had a doctor's appointment, and I was going to Costco. And I get an email. First of all, I get a text message. Then I get an email. Then I get a phone call from MasterCard telling me that there has been some suspicious activity on my account. Well, you know what? I did what you would normally do with all of this. I ignored it, but it kept happening. I couldn't ignore it. So I had to phone in and find out what the heck was going on. And I had booked the rail tickets before I let MasterCard know that we were going on a vacation. So they flagged my account and they froze it, which I'm really happy they did. It was nice that they had my back like that. The thing that upset me was I had to call in, and they don't have enough people. I was on hold from my house to Woodgrove Shopping Center, which is about 65 minutes. On hold for 65 minutes before I even got a person to deal with this. So I did the happy birthday, and then I just fussy cut it or hand cut it out. It's not hard to cut. Nice and straight. There we go. Okay, we got all of our pieces. So it took me an hour and a half to fix that. It was awful. All right, let's put this together now. We got all of our pieces done. Step 1, I'm going to put, okay, don't like the back side of that, but sure like this side. Step 1, I'm going to put this frame inside. Let's see if I have made it wide enough to get some adhesive on there. Ooh, maybe not that side. Ooh. So that was my Tuesday. Then I got to go to Costco and everything was fine. I do like Costco. We've started our shopping for our camping trip on the 1st of March. So March is going to pretty well be a write-off for me, because when we get home from Tofino, we're going north to see our northern grandchildren for a bit. I'm home long enough to have club and a class. Okay, so I'm putting this in here now, like that. There. So now I'm going to cover that up with this, but I forgot to do the stamping in here, so I'm going to do the stamping. There's that stamping paper. Okay, I'm going to use Calypso Coral again. And then they have this flower, this little teeny tiny flower. So I'm going to do a row of those. And just like the big ones, this is 2-step stamping. So stamp with one and then stamp with the other one. Just do a row with them there. And while we're here, let's do the envelope. And then next week we have another birthday coming. Holly, who is here sometimes, it's her birthday on Monday. So we have 2 birthdays in 2 days. Not fun. I'm going to have to go and drop her card off too, because I don't think it's going to make it in time. Okay, so that was the detailed part of that stamp. Now I'm going to take the filler inner and I'm going to stamp that off too. But this I have to line up the first time. Oh, I got it right. So doing the same thing. I'm just lining up the centers. See how easy this is? And it's so cute. Do you like this two-step stamping thing? Sir, you guys stopped commenting? Am I missing something? Like, what is going on? Maybe you're just not commenting anymore. You're paying attention to what I'm doing. Anyways, let me know. Do you think this is a oops? Do you think this is a stamp set you would enjoy using? I'm trying to figure out if I need to do a class on it. So there we go. There's the detailed with the other one on top. Oh, good. It's not, I wasn't missing comments. You were just very carefully paying attention to what I was doing, I guess. Because people like it. Me too. Me too. And I did fight it because I looked at it and I thought, no, I don't need that stamp set. So I think it was Terry that told me that she wanted it for a March club. And then April club, I got stamp set in for that today. And April club, we're going to be using the milkshake bundle. Ooh! I got it in today. I haven't even opened the package to see what it is on the inside. Oh, there we go. So what I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different starting soon. Okay, so I'm just going to go over top of this and make sure it's nice and flat. And I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the side that I stamped. Hi, Terry. We were just talking about you and how you forced me to get this bundle. It's all your fault, but I like it. Okay, so this one is going to go right over top of that hole. And it's bigger than the hole. So you just make sure you have a nice frame all the way around. And there you go. And then brushed bouquet. Yeah, I don't think oh, that's Kathy. It's not one that was on my radar. I'm going to have a look and see what that one is, Kathy. But I think you'd enjoy this one better. Hang on. Let me get my catalog out because now I need to know what it is. Brushed bouquet, page 63. Oops, get off me. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, that one's a bit different. So this is the one Kathy's talking about, the brush bouquet stamp set. And then there's dies, but the dies have embossing on them too. Yeah, so when you put this in here, oh, I put it upside down. Shoot, I want to line this up. So when I did this one, I had the dark at the bottom, but I didn't pay attention to that because I was busy nattering. So the dark's going at the top. So this is going to go on here like that. Woohoo! Love it. Yeah, I think you should get this one. I think that you would enjoy this one more. Oh, I was going to say, I'm thinking of starting something different. Starting in March. Oops. Grabbed hold before I was ready for it to grab hold up. So I have a monthly club that happens every month, and there's a minimum order that needs to be placed. So I'm going to put this on here now, and then I'm going to cut it off. So to participate in the club, there's a minimum order that needs to be placed. So I'm thinking of adding to that, not as part of the hostess part of the club, because that requires a commitment, which is also doable. If you want to join the club, you have to commit for the full run of the club. But I was thinking of doing like a kit in a box club addition to my club. So I'm going to put this on here over top of that, and you can either just butt it up against if you want, or just go slightly over the top. I'm going to go slightly over the top. So what it would be is, I'm going to use my grid paper here so I make sure I get it straight. For $45, you would get kits to make the club cards. Let's do this side first. Kits to make the club cards, so 3 kits, plus $25 in Stampin' Up product that is consumable. So it would be like embellishments, adhesives, papers, stuff like that. Did I get that straight? That's straight enough. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, once you start using it, Terry, it's really fun. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. So look for information coming on that. There would also be an out of Canada option for anybody who wants the tutorial only for the club cards. Because I can't sell to people outside of Canada, then we'd have to figure something out. And I haven't got all of the ins and outs figured out yet. So stay tuned. It's coming. Okay, so now this is going to be popped up. So we're going to put a bunch of dimensionals all the way around. And I'm using the mini dimensionals. These ovals are so fun. Don't need them that close together. I'm still trying to work out the details of my kit. Oops, look how close that is. Club cards in the mail, or club in the mail, or kits in the mail club. There, that's what it could be. Kits in the mail club. So you would not be part of the hostess rewards unless you added to your order, which you could do. You could each month you could add to your order and then be part of the full part of the club. You have to make the commitment for the rest of the club though. But this way, my club cards would be available as well. Right now, the only people that get my club cards and the only people that see my club cards are my club people. Okay, so this is going to go in the center-ish, like that. And then this one is going to go here. I'm just going to pop a couple of dimensionals in behind there. Let's see. It's going to go like that. Oops. There we go. So those are going to go there. And then this one is going to go here. And then we're going to fill in with 3 of these. Okay, so these are attached to the back of the flower. So I'm just going to put some Tombow on them. So for those of you that have just joined us, at the beginning, I asked what color, Stampin' Up! Color you were wearing today. I'm wearing Tahitian Tide. Okay, this I'm going to put. Let's get these out of the way before I put my card down on top of them. Those are inside. So I'm wearing, oh, glue blob. Glue blob. Put the lid on that before it gets everywhere. Okay. Dimensionals on the back of this. Dimensionals. Right there. And right there. Because these other parts are going to be on top. So I don't want to put the dimensionals on top of that. So that's going to go there. And then this is going to go here. Now, I do have a dimensional in the way. So I got to move that out of the way. Because I don't want it dimensional to be on top of the leaf there. There we go. That's better. Better, 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 better. Now, I'm going to put one. Ugh. Apparently this is in the way too. Okay, try that again. This is taking a little bit longer than I had anticipated because I'm doing a lot of toing and froing here. But I want to get it in there right. Okay, so that's going to go there. And it's stuck to the back of the flower. And then this one, I'm going to stick there to the back of the flower. Guys, have gone quiet again. Oops. And there. Okay. Whoops. Stick that on there like that. Look, dimensional's in the way again. How many times have I moved this dimensional now? There. Put it over top. And then this one also let go. Right. This is going on. Busy listening to me? Gray granite, petal pink, gorgeous grape, and Highland heather. You're colorful tonight, Terry. Okay, that's going in there. And this is going to go there. I'm just going to put another dimensional there. And then that's going to go on there like that. Look at that. You're watching and listening. Now, I do need to put some under there. So don't watch for a minute while I put a little bit of tape behind there just to hold it in place. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now, happy birthday is going to go here. So I need to put a little tiny bit of Tombow on. Oops, that's not a little. Oh, I'm having Tombow explosion tonight. A little bit of Tombow on there, and then got strips of dimensional here. I'm just going to put a little bit of dimensional right there because it's going to sit on top of that frame, which is already popped up. Aw, thank you, guys. Ew, you're so kind. Stuck to my nail. Now, you could definitely do a bigger happy birthday than I did, but I wanted something small because I wanted the flower to be the star of the card, not the sentiment. There we go. Look at that. Now, the inside part is really easy because it's all flat. So I'm just going to put adhesive on there. Okay, first of all, let's get this so I don't end up with adhesive all over my paper. And a little bit there. And a little bit there. And a little bit on the back of the flower. There we go. So we'll put that about there. I haven't pushed it down yet. And see, you can see what I'm doing. Kind of that there. And then we'll put one here. And we'll put one there. How pretty. There we go. So you could also put something on the inside. I don't know what I did with that. Is there anything else in that stamp set? No. I like it just the way it is. Could also put embellishments in there. Speaking of which, let's put the embellishments on before I forget. Oh, there was just one running around in here. Where did it go? There it is. All right. So I'm using the Night of Navy. So this is not black. These are Night of Navy. And I'm going to put a couple down there like that. And then we'll put some up here too. There we are. My gosh, it's so pretty. There you go. So now you could take your Wink of Stella and go over top of the flower and give it some pretty. Now, it is reactivating the ink. Calypso Coral underneath is got a yellowish tinge to it, or yellowish base to it, but I'm avoiding all the white spaces. I don't want to fill those in because you need to have those white spaces in there in the flowers. So I'm not going over top of the whole thing. I'm not going over top of the dark part. I'm just doing the light parts and only where the white is not. So just hang on till I'm done and I'll hold it up. So you see how it's given it a yellowish tinge in behind? Well, it's not really yellow. It's more like a peachy tone. So I didn't do this one. So there's the full strength, unadulterated color. And there's with the Wink of Stella in it. It gives it just a hint of peach in the background and smooths out some of those texture dots on there. Now, let's see what it's going to do to the Night of Navy. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. So it's reactivating the ink on the Night of Navy. So it's going to be quite different. It's smoothing it all out. Now, you can't tell on the Calypso Coral that it's been done, so you can just kind of wing it. This one, you can definitely tell that it's been done. So you'll have to if you decide to do this, take a little bit more care in putting it on there. Just hang on, I'll just finish this petal and I will show you the difference. On one side, oh yeah, then I started another petal. So you can see the difference between these dark ones have the Wink of Stella added to them. The light ones don't. So it's up to you whether you like that or not. But if you start it, you have to finish it. It's not like you can do some, I guess you could do some dots. I don't know. I wouldn't have the patience to do dots. What do you think? Think the dots would work? Let me do a little bit of them and I'll lift it up. You can tell me. Do you think the dots work? Do the dots work? I would rather have it done, not dotted. And the good part is that you can go over top of the dots and turn them into not dots. Oops, that was white that I went over top of. Yeah, I don't like the dots either. But you do have to avoid the white areas because you don't want to lose the definition of your flower. And those white areas is what gives it the definition and makes it so pretty. And we used to have, about 4 years ago maybe, a stamp set called Stippled Blossom. Very much like this, but it didn't have the white detail in it like this one does, and this one is much prettier. Oh, look at, I have to clean my brush because it's got blue on it. There we go. So this one, oh, I did this one. Can you see that? I added stripes on that one. This one, I did it full. It definitely takes away the texture that's in the stamp itself and smooths it right out and gives it a mellower look. So there we go. There's our card. Still got it done in an hour. So don't forget my March class on the ocean. So that's this bundle. Registration is open now. I haven't got it advertised yet, but it is open now. If you're part of my monthly tutorial subscription, then you will, this is the one that we will be doing for the tutorial subscription. Stamping Up, release new stuff. New stuff. New stuff. Okay, so they're going to start this month or this year, every 2 months, they are going to release online exclusives. Now, it doesn't mean you can only order them online. What it means is you can only see them online. They're not going to be in any publication. So the first ones went live for demonstrators. We can pre-order now, and you guys will get access to it the 1st of March, or you can get the starter kit, join my team, and get this in your starter kit. So there is, I know these pictures aren't very good because I printed them out, but there's a stamp set and dies. Look at this die. Look at those dies. Then there's designer paper that's got like an embossed resist type pattern in it. There's loose frosted dots, naturally gilded paper, embossing folders, 3 embossing folders, 3 background embossing folders, and then there's a classic letters stamp set. But there's also other stuff coming the 1st of March. It's just that we don't get to pre-order it. And then they've also added more stuff to the celebration lineup. All of these are free with $60. There's that Enjoy the Journey designer paper. And then there's Eden's Garden bundle that you can get. So if you get the starter kit, you get $225 in stuff for $135. So you could get the suite, the paper, the embossing folders, and still have money left over to get more stuff in your starter kit. And you don't have to worry about being full-on demonstrator like me. You don't have to do it like this. You can be a hobby demonstrator, which means you're a happy stamper, a happy shopper, because you're getting the discount for yourself. Or you can sell just to family and friends, help you reach your minimums each month or each quarter. and you don't have to have classes and stuff. I would say 90% of my team are happy stampers where they just get the stuff for themselves and they enjoy it. They still belong to my clubs. They still come to my classes. We don't, just because you're part of my team doesn't mean we cut you off from the rest of the stuff. Oh, that gilded paper, Terry. I can't wait. It's shipped. Mine's going to be here Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. So I might have to go live next Tuesday if I can't. I think I have a Zoom. You never know. I might go live. If it arrives early, I'm going to show it on Monday when I do my live. Yes, hobby demos. That's fine. I love my happy shopper hobby demos. Don't forget to give me a little bit of love with the hearts and the laughs and the wows and all of that. Keeps Facebook happy with me. It brings my feed up so more people get to see it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to sign up for my weekly newsletter. Goes out every Tuesday morning, gives you everything that's happening in the craft room, everything that happened last week, everything that's happening this week, all the specials, all my classes, and each week you get a free tutorial. Sometimes it's a card, sometimes it's a 3D thing. I haven't done scrapbooking because scrapbooking's not my jam. It's Shanna's jam, but it's not my jam. But every week there's a free project goes out with my newsletter. Now you can do that by in the right here, right there. You see that there where it says glendamollet.blogspot.com. Put that in your browser, go to my blog, a little thing will pop down, from up above, and it'll say sign up for my weekly newsletter, and do that. Sign up. Then you'll get an email that says, do you really want to sign up? Just they need to know that you're not a robot, and sign up. And then on Tuesday morning, you'll get my newsletter in your inbox. Good night, Yvonne. Good night, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see my team on Saturday. We have an event happening on Saturday. Yay! So exciting. And then I'll be back Monday night at 8:00. Have Pacific time. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.